Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm FinnSnow and this is Sherlyn IG, and we're currently traveling the Philippines, and recently we spent almost 2 weeks in the most northern part of the country, Batan or Batanes, and the group of islands around there. And it's a known place to be very expensive, and that's probably one of the reasons why most people don't go there. It's because of the expense, and after traveling for quite some time there, we were a little bit shocked, and we're here to reveal all of that to you guys.
We're gonna tell about the cost of 3 categories, which is the 3 islands that we've been visited, which is Batan, Sabtang, and Itbayat.
We are also gonna reveal the accommodation, food, transport, and if we did tours and some additional fees that come along with that. So I think we should just jump right into it.
Yep.
And if you're here for the first time and you don't know the group of islands of Batanes, here's a clip from that. And also a thing to note is that we were 2 together, so the cost we're revealing is only for 2 person. And we think if you go solo, it's about 40% less of the total cost we're gonna reveal. And of course, if you go into group, which is the most efficient, that's what most people do there, they hire a big van to take them around the islands. But we went kind of solo, do it your own type of mission, and I can't express how good that is, and I highly recommend go do it your own way. But the tours are amazing, but like if you wanna just take it easy and have, you know, awesome local guys take you around, that's perfectly fine too. But without further ado, let's jump into it. The first island is of course Batan. We spent 8 days in Batan Island, and usually people go there, they spend maybe 3 or 4 days, 3 nights. That's the most common tour, but obviously we want to explore the most of it, so this is our cost. And the first thing is we rented a motorbike. Each day is 1,500 pesos, so times 8. So the first price is a huge one for the motorbikes, only 8 days.
So it costs 1,500 per day, so it's cost 12,000 pesos.
And for the accommodation, we went budget friendly, a homestay, 700 pesos a night, which was total
of 4,900 pesos.
And for the food at Batan, it's not super expensive like in Boracay, but it's quite, I think it's quite decent price actually. So we were spending about 1,200 pesos together each day.
1,200 per day. So
Nice catch.
oh,
Whoa.
oh god. Lunch we had. Okay.
Sorry about that, camera fell down. Yeah, food, we spent about 1,200 pesos per day for both of us, which
times 8 equals 9,600, and plus 1,000 pesos with the fancy lunch.
Yeah, we did one fancy, so 10,600 pesos for the food in Batan. And for the petrol for the motorbike was about 500 for those 8 days. And also we had to get a drone license. They are very strict in Batanes for that, and you have to get it, and if not, you're gonna get caught because there are rangers all over the place and officers, so they will confiscate you and maybe charge you if you don't have the license. And that is 5,000 pesos. So add 5,500 pesos right there. And now moving to the second island we went to was Sabtang. And to get there, you obviously had to drive south, and then you get a ferry over. There was a lot of fees going to Sabtang Island, so I'm gonna read it from the phone. 350 pesos for the boat, back and forth 700, terminal fee 30 pesos, entrance fee 200 per person, so 400, which makes it 1,130 pesos just to get to the island. And by the way, we brought our motorbike with us from Batan to Sabtang, so the ferry fee was a little bit more. Now our accommodation was quite cheap. We had another homestay, or actually a kind of new hotel. It was a nice one. And that one was actually quite cheap. I think 500 pesos per person. 2 nights, 2,000 pesos, obvious calculation. And then the food was quite cheap, and it's hard to find any food. There's no restaurants. It's only like a very, very local sari type of stores. So few people live there. I think it was the least populated island of them all. So it's very hard to find food, and it was quite cheap. But how much was it?
We spent for around 700 pesos per day.
So 1,400 pesos there.
And the good thing they had a break. You remember that
You actually had a free food also
Yeah.
because the Batans were extremely friendly on that island.
and add-on if you want to buy something souvenir. So
Yeah, we bought a bunch of souvenirs and we spent a little bit amount of petrol. We were just driving, did no tours. So I don't know, we could add like 1,000 pesos. No, maybe 500.
500.
Yeah, 500 for souvenirs and petrol. And that was it for Sabtang Island. And the last time we went to was Itbayat. And we forgot to write everything down for the last island, but we remember it was 250 pesos per person for the meals, but it was one of the best ones we had on the trip. It was a great homestay food. So it was 3,000 pesos for the food and 1,400 pesos or 700 each person for the accommodation, which was 2 days. And along with that, you have to get a guide in Itbayat
Yes.
Island. There's no other way to go around it. You have to get one. And with that, it's quite expensive, but I tell you what, it's one of the most worth tour guides I've ever had in the country. So we paid 3,700 for the guide. 2,000 pesos was for the motorbike driver, and the petrol driving us around for a whole day. Now we also spent another extra day with him, which cost about 2,000 pesos more because we couldn't finish the tour in a single day. Yeah, we need more time to film, so we had to add an extra day for him.
True.
So we paid 2,000 extra for that, but really should have been 3,700, but we had to pay 2,000 extra.
But actually, it's worth it. Everything is worth it there.
Absolutely. It was once in a lifetime.
Food, oh my god.
It's the best. And now the final cost, as many of you have been wondering,
How
the flight.
much the flight?
It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. You wanna say it? Just say the round trip. Round
Okay.
trip. Total.
The round trip is cost 50,000 pesos.
We spent 50,000 pesos on the flight, round trip. But that was obviously from Cebu, and if you're flying straight from Manila, I don't think it's gonna change that much, maybe 5,000 less.
That's just because we book a flight 2 days before we fly.
Oh
to-
yeah, we did book it like 2-3 days before a flight. Our schedules opened up, so we just said, let's go. If you book it a couple of weeks or months in advance, I don't think it's gonna save that much. This is just the price for Batanes, so expect a lot of fee for that. I think keeping the prices high up there is, I don't know, it's hard to say. Like, maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing, but you be the judge of that. I'm not gonna make a comment about it. That's just how it is there. But we feel like every single penny, peso, dollar spent there was worth it. It was a trip of a lifetime, guys.
So true.
And to end it off with, here's our final cost of our 2-week trip in Batanes of a total grand cost of 92,830 pesos, or I think around $1,800. So there you go. That's the cost for Batanes. It's extremely expensive to go there, but if you ever have the time and money to do so, I can't express how much I enjoyed it in Sherlyn. I hope that answers one of the most common questions we've been getting about the trip, how much it cost. So there you go. And once again, I want to thank you guys for all the love and support for the Batanes series. And we're off to another adventure to Bohol. And I'll see you guys there in the next video.
It's either B.
Another B, Bohol now. Until next time, peace out.